the Pixel 9a. This thing is such an amazing phone. I've been using it for about a week, and the only thing that really makes this device seem cheap or a budget phone is the bezels. The bezels are pretty thick. I don't know. Let me lower the brightness down a little bit. If you guys can see here, look how thick the bezels are. Now, at first, it did kind of like seem a little bit annoying, but then after that, you kind of just get used to it, and you're like, this thing is not that bad. The other thing is the cameras. There's no telephoto, so whenever you want to zoom in into some things, you just don't have the ability. It's just a digital zoom, but it is what it is. I mean, if you're into budget phones, you're already used to not having the telephoto in many of your phones, so it is what it is. But other than that, this thing is a powerhouse. For $500, you guys are getting so much phone. Paired with the Pixel software, I mean, if I could combine two phones together, it would be the S25 or the Samsung Galaxy screens, and their front-facing camera, and what else? Their front-facing camera, their screens, maybe their build quality, but I would put in the Pixel software. I love the Pixel software. The only thing that keeps me from staying on Pixel is just the front-facing camera sometimes can just be very dull and just desaturated. I know you can fix it in post, but sometimes I don't want to edit photos, and I just want to, upload straight from my camera. But other than that, this phone has been amazing. The battery life is actually bigger on this phone than the 9 and the 9 Pro. It's a 5100 milliamp battery on this phone. And I'm not a super heavy user as far as, gaming, as far as video editing on my phone, because I use my Mac for that, and then I airdrop it to my iPhone. But the only times that it did get a little warm is when I was playing YouTube, and I had my hotspot on, and I was charging it at the same time. And so when using this phone all day, I had it on a full charge one day, and during work, I check a lot of emails. I check, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, just your typical social media when I have downtime, and texting the wife, texting the family. And on my lunch break, I like to just chill, eat some food and watch some videos. YouTube is like my go-to. I'm not really like a series type of guy that will sit and watch a few episodes of a show. I've watched Squid Games, and I watch of other. I like it, but it's just not me just sitting there, because I have to have like full attention, and I feel like I can't have full attention at that time. But doing that, then continuing to do more social media, texting, browsing throughout the day. At the end of the day, I still had about 50 to 40% left, and then on my drive home, which is about an hour and a half, because I hit crazy traffic in Nashville, I watch a lot of YouTube as well. Whenever I pick my daughter up, I do share my hotspot as well. So by the end of the day, with all of that, I'm still at about 20% left. And if you ask me, that is crazy for a budget phone. I mean, you're getting so much phone for $500. The Pixel software is so smooth as well that, like I said, I prefer the Pixel software. It's so buttery smooth. Android 16 is, I don't know much of the changes that happened, because I'm not like really into every small little detail that changes. But Android 16 seems to be working amazing. Just a few specs on the table. It does have a 6.3 actual display from corner to corner, 6.3 inches. It is 1080p by 2424. So you're not gonna get the best of the best, but whenever you have a phone and it's 1080p, you really can't notice it at all. It does have the smooth display, so it does go from 60 hertz to 120 hertz, and you have to enable that because out of the box, it just comes with 60 hertz. So you have to enable the smooth display scrolling at 120 hertz. It peaks out at 2700 nits. My use, it didn't get too bright outside, but again, who likes to be outside and the full brightness of the sun when it's freaking hot? I mean, over 100 degrees, it feels like. So most of the time I was inside, but anytime that I was outside, sometimes I would have to kind of cover the phone. And, you know, I mean, it's not a big deal for me. Again, $500, you're talking about a budget phone here. Weighing at 6.6 ounces, this thing feels very, very light in your hand. It does support fast charging, and it also supports wireless charging as well. And per the Google website, it's supposed to be rating at 30 plus hours on, I guess, the battery lifesaver if you're, you know, trying to get the best out of your phone, you know, lowering the brightness, doing a little bit here and there, supposed to last up to 30 hours, but ain't nobody gonna do that, just to be quite honest with you guys. It does come with 8 gigs of RAM, and the storage is 128 to 256. So if you're a guy that takes a lot of pictures like myself, I pick a phone either from 256 to 512. My S25 Ultra was 512 gigabytes of storage, and I think that was enough and plenty enough for me. But if you are like my wife that takes literally like 100 pictures per day, then that's something to consider. I made a mistake and I uploaded a TikTok video and said that this came with a G3 Tensor chip, but in reality, it comes with a G4 Tensor chip, which is the same as a 9 and a 9 Pro. So apologize for that mistake. It was just, you know, one of the things that I was trying to make a quick video, but it does come with very, very good performance with one of their top chips that are out there now. It's not going to be, you know, same as a Snapdragon, you know, 3 and whatnot. But if you're not somebody that is crazy on editing and doing all these gaming stuff, it is plenty enough for you. I'm talking about plenty enough. So the main camera is a wide 48 megapixel and then an ultra wide, which is 13 megapixels. Taking pictures on the Pixel, you really don't have to edit much at all. It looks great straight out of the camera. Like when you take a picture straight out of it, looks perfect in my opinion. Maybe I'll do a little bit of editing here and there. For the iPhone, I always have to try to get the highlights low because sometimes it likes to overexpose a lot of the time, and I don't know why. But for the Pixel, I don't have that problem. It shoots exactly the way I want it to look. The front-facing camera is a 13 megapixel camera, but in my opinion, it just, for some reason, the Pixel front-facing selfie camera is just not there. It always looks dull, desaturated. I don't know what sensor they're using, but they need to do something about that. That's kind of like one of the Achilles heel of the Pixel lineup, in my opinion. It does record in 4K as far as the video. And at some point in this video, I'm going to include some of those 4K video tests. That way you guys know exactly what you guys are getting into if you like vlogging or just like, you know, uploading videos, you know, here and there. All right, so I thought I had brought an SD card for my Sony camera, but when I turned it on, there's no SD. But I have a little date here with my daughter. She stayed with me at work today. Dile hola, baby. So there you guys can see, you know, what you're gonna get from the front-facing camera of the Google Pixel. I'm gonna turn it around, see what kind of quality. All right, we're just sitting at this little spot. Say hey, baby. But yeah, this is kind of the quality that you're gonna get with the Pixel 9a. Again, I thought I had brought SD with my, but I guess it's a good thing so that I can show you guys exactly. We're reading this book. We're gonna have some food here in a second. She got a book from over there. But yeah, this is kind of the book we're gonna read right now, and kind of having a little daughter date. This is what we're working with, is the Cali bowl, carne asada, potatoes, cheese, avocado. Estás happy, baby? The cool thing about Pixel is that they're offering 7 years of operating system updates for the Pixel 9a. So you're going to be covered for the next 7 years. If you're a type of person that likes to have a phone for forever until it's really, really that time and you're forced to upgrade, then this is a good phone for you. One of the downsides of the phone is the optical fingerprint scanner, but they've made it so much better. When it first came out on the, I think on the 6A, I can't remember which one it came out, but it was such a good, it was such a hit or miss. But now I've literally have not had an issue. It unlocks 99% of the time. So I think it's gotten a lot better, but it's still not ultrasonic. It still has to light up your thumb for it to scan your finger. But social media, how does it perform? Let's take a look really quick. What is going on, guys? This is the Pixel 9a front-facing camera. Looks a lot better, more saturation, less flat than previous budget Pixels. There is a little bit of light coming over there, but it's pretty dark. I mean, not dark, but it's pretty. I mean, the only thing that's lighting my face up is my monitor. Let's go ahead and switch this around. This is the main camera right here. Got the nice Hello Kitty. Got two mouses here because why not? And my Sony A7 III here, and my dog, and my little schnauzer acting cool.
Oh man, doing a little bit of running outside. Whew. I haven't ran on like concrete for a good minute, and I'm probably gonna start implementing some workouts at home. So, hold on. Switch, bro. There you go. I think the camera's a little foggy, but as you guys can see, zooming is very smooth. Good dynamic range too, but not too bad for a Pixel. This is the Instagram app. I don't know why there's a lot of noise here, but it looks a little desaturated here. This is my it does have ultra wide. Let's crop into normal. My Sony A7 IV, the Viltron. Steak burrito. Yeah, brown rice. That does mean. Same here with the Instagram app. Whew, you guys, that's good dynamic range if you ask me. Same thing with the ultra wide. They both do ultra wide, Snapchat and Instagram. But as you guys can see, smooth as can be. Cool.
Now, with just the clips that you guys saw, you guys let me know if you guys think it's good. In my personal opinion, I think that Pixel has come a long way, especially with the zooming in and out. It's very smooth. Maybe there will be a hiccup, every once in a while, but for both Instagram and Snapchat, they are very smooth. As far as the front-facing camera, I still don't like the colors. I think they need to, get something better as far as their front-facing camera. They need to learn from Samsung, honestly, because Samsung has probably the best. Well, I haven't tried any Chinese phones, but I would say that right now Samsung has the best of the front-facing camera quality as far as social media. So that's basically it, you guys. I'm going to start creating more cinematic videos. I just got a call from a friend of mine that's getting married, and they want me to be the videographer, and I just got the A7 IV. So I might still, pair it with my A7 III that I have here, because it's still I'm selling it, but it still hasn't sold, and I'm not gonna take whatever for it. I'm going to ask a reasonable amount, but so stoked and so excited for that. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna be making a lot more vlogs on this channel. It's not gonna just be phone reviews. I like to have this channel as my creative outlet, so I'm gonna be making a lot more videos, vlogs here and there. So I apologize if you just subscribe for the phone reviews. I love tech, but I also love everything about cameras, photography, things like that. So we're gonna be doing a lot more videos. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. Close to 3,000 subscribers. I do want to do a actual phone giveaway at 5,000 subscribers. So it's not going to be anything too crazy either. It'll be, a budget for like the 10A or the 11A, whatever is at that time. But hopefully we can get something done. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll see you guys in the next video.